Jets were pretty quiet during the trade deadline, but they did get rid of Mike Williams for a 5th-round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm okay with this, especially after then getting Davante Adams. It was a crowded receiver room with Davante, Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, Corley, Gibson coming on, and apparently Irv Charles and Brownlee getting a thumbs up from Aaron Rodgers. It goes to show you that you really need to build a chemistry with your quarterback. And Mike Williams said it himself, I think, on one of his first interviews with the Steelers or with the Steelers press, that he had a very difficult time coming off that ACL and developing a really good chemistry with Aaron Rodgers because he was on the sideline a lot rehabbing. Aaron Rodgers is a very detail-oriented guy. Mike Williams was not able to catch on to that quick enough, while guys below him on the depth chart, like Gibson, like Irv Charles, like Brownlee, were able to actually get a rapport with him and understand what Aaron wants. We saw that because Irv Charles was actually getting meaningful snaps. Even Corley was getting meaningful snaps, even though he dropped a touchdown end around. But these guys are getting snaps over him, and it goes to show you that you really, really need to have a connection with your quarterback in order to make the field, especially with someone like Aaron Rodgers. Now, the Jets get a 5th-round pick from the Steelers. They do not need to cover any of Williams' salary. However, the dead cap is going to be spread over 2 seasons, so we're going to have $8 million total, $4 million broken up over the next 2 years for Mike Williams. And again, from my perspective, it's a good trade. The Steelers were in need of a wide receiver, and as we've heard from some coaches, especially Downing, we had a quote embarrassment of riches at the wide receiver position. Not so much once before Davante came, but certainly after Davante came. And I completely, throughout this whole conversation, forgot about Allen Lazard. He is on IR. So it kind of sucks in the short term that we're going to lose another target while he is on IR. But your 3 receivers are going to be Davante 1, Garrett 2, even though he's really not playing like a 2, and Lazard 3 once he comes back. The 4th wide receiver, we'll see who it's going to be. Maybe it's Gibson. Maybe it's Irv Charles. Who knows? But I'm okay with this trade. The Jets, they paid $6.6 million to Mike Williams. They only got 12 receptions, 166 yards, no touchdowns. He wasn't producing, and you're not going to want to keep someone on the team that's not producing, that doesn't have a good connection with your quarterback. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And just to point this out, Garrett Wilson is having a phenomenal year. Go take a look at his numbers. I believe he's first in receptions, first in receptions, 3rd in yards, first in first down receptions, and he's like tied for 7th or so with 5 touchdowns. He's having a top 5 wide receiver season. We thought in the beginning of the season he was going to have some issues with Aaron Rodgers getting on the same page. That seems to have alleviated itself at this point. Garrett Wilson is actually having a fantastic year. Davante Adams is only going to help Garrett. Once Lazard comes back, he's going to be your wide receiver 3. Good luck, Mike Williams, on the Steelers. I understand you couldn't get that connection with Aaron Rodgers, but it's all good, and you can keep the egg sandwich.